Hi everyone. So this week we had to watch The Value of Compassionate Incarceration, and I really thought it was interesting. It's something that I really agree with as well. In the video, he brought up that just thinking about compassion and inmate together and thinking about how those words, you know, we might not think that they should go together. I found that really interesting to start that out. I personally believe that is something that is greatly needed, is being more compassionate and, just really thinking about how incarceration is very stressful and traumatic. And so these are individuals that have likely experienced a lot of trauma already in their lives. Um, that's something that he even said is that they've experienced trauma before coming to being incarcerated and just thinking about how traumatic being incarcerated actually is. So that really kind of opened my eyes a little bit more. One of the things he mentioned was that 75% of those that are in jails and prisons are there for nonviolent offenses. And then he went on to say that there are even some studies that say that people are 50% more likely to commit a violent act or, develop a mental disorder, substance abuse problem after 2 years of incarceration. And that just really made me think back to something I was told back in my undergrad while in practicum. And I was told by my practicum supervisor at the time that we really need to think about the fact that those that are in jail, those that are in prison, they're likely going to be released back into society. And this is something that he also brought up in the video. Um, so, while I am able to understand that there may be a time and place for incarceration to be punitive, I also greatly believe in the need for it being rehabilitative and the need for that compassion. Our current system allows an already broken person to enter back into society, likely even more broken. And just thinking about would there be any good that is actually going to come from that? And in the video, he goes on to bring up that within the first 5 years of release in the United States, over 70% of those that have been released are rearrested. And just thinking about the comparison, it's something I believe we've looked at before in this class too, is how Scandinavian countries, how their jails and their prisons are set up, and how their recidivism rates are much lower than that in the United States. But there would have to be a lot of change here for anything like that to happen, and that's something that really needs a lot of thought too, and mostly what needs a lot of thought is how to change our society's viewpoint of how those that are incarcerated should be treated, and mostly how they think they deserve to be treated. I've had conversations with family and friends, and anytime you bring up the incarcerated population, they believe that, well, they get what's coming to them, they deserve this. And I don't have that viewpoint. I think part of it is just going through an undergraduate social work program and now this master's program. I just don't believe that. Um, People are people. We are all unique, original. There's something that has brought us to whatever point we are in our lives. And I believe everyone deserves some compassion because you really don't know where somebody's coming from. You only know a very tiny bit of their story. So yeah, I really enjoyed this video. It really made me think a lot more about compassion and incarceration and the two together. And even like not even the individual impact it can have, but the community impact it can have. That macro lens of what this could actually do and the impact it can make.